Hi, are we alive? Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. Hey guys, Alex and Billy here.
Hi.
We're at our townhouse listing at 2031 South Washington Street here in Central District. Facebook Live is really hard to figure out. I feel like, I've said this to so many people, I feel like an alien selling real estate these days because so many things have changed, and this is only my second listing since coming back from maternity leave. So bear with me, sorry for being late. So here we are, our great townhouse. Billy, you want to share some specs?
Sure.
So it's
Where do we want to start?
Well, we'll start here. We're in the main living area, which is the middle floor of the townhouse. It's overall, it's 1,238 square feet, and each floor, with the exception of the first floor, is about 530 square feet. So it's roomy and open. When you come up to the main level here, there is a powder room right as you come up the stairs. Let's go check that out. Because who doesn't need to use the powder room? We find so much in these townhomes that the main level lacks a powder room, and this townhome was built in 2011, and we find that the older townhomes just have a little bit more roomy of a layout. And so the kitchen here, which looks small but packs quite a punch, has tons of cabinets and storage space, and then what every buyer wants, Billy, open that door.
Pantry. And we have a gas range for the chefs, and actually like quite a bit of prep space in addition.
Yeah, and you know, everybody wants to hang out in the kitchen, and the bar adds room for people to hang out and then not be in your space while you're trying to prepare. Not that we're really entertaining at the moment, but when it does come time to have people over, they can chill here and stay out of your way. Not every kitchen has this. This kitchen has windows.
Yay!
It's the little things that you just don't notice until you start living in a property, and having a window in your kitchen is certainly a huge bonus. Is there anybody watching us, Billy? Do we have any viewers?
4.
Yay! Welcome! Who's out there?
Let's see. Philip says hi. Hi, Philip.
Can you hear us, Philip? Is the audio good?
He'll let us know.
Okay.
I love this bar too because it's so nice to have just a casual meal at. You don't always want to sit at a table, but in this townhome, unlike a lot of newer builds, you do have room for a full dining room table in addition. And this whole floor is just built for entertaining. It's great. And you'll notice that every floor of this unit is kind of like its own separate unit.
Yeah, it lives
Where,
like a single family.
yeah, like you have your entertaining level. There's even space for a barbecue out here. And then there's the sleeping quarters separate upstairs, and downstairs, which you'll see later, is
A little bit flexible.
yeah, either it's like it can be your commute to the office or your getaway to your private patio, but we'll get there in a little bit.
And so I love the way that our clients have laid out this main level. Even though the fireplace is not the focal point around the couch, it is nice to have the focal point to this really awesome stairwell. It's nice architectural design. It's safe, so no one can fall down the stairs, but it also creates a lot of light that comes from the upstairs because there is a skylight actually at the top of those stairs.
Yeah.
And so it allows for a lot of light, and whoever engineered this was also really smart to have put an electrical outlet in the floor there. So you can have your entertainment system there, and if it's not an entertainment system, you can easily put a lamp if you wanted to put the couch on this side. But I think it does make sense to have the dining table over here because there is that nice little bump out in the window, but this could also make for a really nice built-in, actually, if you wanted to build in a bench and put in some storage and then have the table and then another couple of chairs. It's a really thoughtful way to add some extra storage space, but also have it be really functional. Another couple things on this level that I think you don't know unless you're visiting the house is that these windows are frosted because this is urban living, people. You can see inside your neighbors' houses. It's just how it goes. It's one of the benefits to living in the city, right, is you have community close by. But having the frosted windows really helps to create privacy, but also allow lots of light. Like Billy mentioned, there is this great little balcony here. You can come out, Billy, and show them, and we'll give you a sneak peek at the little yard down below. But you know, this is great for.
You gonna lock me out here?
I'm gonna lock you out. It's great for a barbecue, potted plants. If you have like a little kitty cat or a small dog, you could put a little faux grass if you needed to. It'd be a good napping spot for my pooch. I know she'd find a way out there.
And you can kind of see where you are, where we're situated here between two parks. We're on Washington, we're at dead ends, so it's really quiet down here. So it's pretty cozy for being this close to like everything that 23rd and Jackson has to offer, for example.
Yeah, there's so much happening on Gessler too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just walking distance, really to First Hill as well. It's really close, and the streetcar picks up less than a mile from here, so you can get into Capitol Hill easily. And I mean, anyone who's looking for a property in this location knows how central it is. So I don't think I need to sell that point, but I mean, there's coffee shops, there's restaurants, everyone's doing takeout. I drove by a lot of my favorite places, but a place I like to frequent is Woodshop Barbecue. A place is so tasty. I wish barbecue wasn't so expensive. But that's walking distance, and then there's also Standard Brewing. And there's a great dog boarding and playroom, actually. It's called House of Rough. We have some clients who swear by that place, but it's all walking distance from here.
Yeah, there's so much.
Should we go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll follow you.
Okay.
But I'll be polite and videotape your feet. Okay. All right, what's going on up here, Billy?
So here we have brand new washer dryer.
Stackable. Gorgeous.
And then the rest of this is the living quarters. So you have two separate rooms and two separate baths. I don't know, would you want to start in the back and go first?
Sure.
Both of these rooms get so much light. You can easily fit a king. There's plenty of storage as well.
I like that they didn't take the wall all the way up to the ceiling. I know sometimes it's tough to know what to do in that space, but you could use it as storage. You could put a plant up there. You could be creative. Yeah.
Lots of natural light coming in. So we have these corner windows as well as a skylight, which we'll see when we go into the front room. But the whole upstairs, it just lives like this nice bright loft space.
Yeah, I know. We're so lucky too that the sun peeked out today, so we get to, because all that light behind you look like an angel, Billy. All that light behind you is natural light. So let's go check out the little loo. There's a 3/4 bath.
Mm-hmm. So this is the bath immediately adjacent to the back bedroom. Get a shower.
And really clean finishes. The townhome was built in 2011, and so we're still seeing a lot of this similar design: dark tiles, large format subway, lighter cabinets with white countertops. It's really the design was smart because it hasn't gone out of style, and here we are 9 years later, and it still feels very contemporary. More storage.
More storage in the hall.
Yeah.
Here's our skylight.
I know. I want these in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are in the main bedroom. Has an ensuite bath.
You get a full bath in here.
Yeah.
Same sort of design work.
And you know, you don't often see ensuite baths in townhomes this small. Sometimes I feel like, especially in new construction, it's a Jack and Jill and it's shared. And so they were really smart to just minimize the footprint and have 2 bathrooms up here. Yes, they're both a little bit smaller, but you know, I'd rather have 2 smaller bathrooms than 1 shared large bathroom, which is what we have in our townhouse. And sometimes I feel like it would be nice to have 2.
It just gives you so many more living arrangement options.
Yeah.
Makes it nicer to have guests. And then here's the even brighter front main bedroom.
I know, I'm having trouble with the camera here. I'm learning how to do this. Here we go.
Yeah, a little.
Do I push the button?
The thing on the thumbstick where you can kind of.
Oh,
Or if you double click the trigger, it'll recenter it.
There we go. Thanks, Billy. So we advertise this as a tree house. We mention that a lot in our marketing, and you can see why now, because the main bedroom here is incredibly private. None of the windows actually look into anyone else's home. It's just this really beautiful view of these trees. And if you get closer, you can see the street, which I love to look at.
You kind of peek down in the park. Too,
yeah, and you can peek down into the park. I'm gonna let you man the camera, Billy. I think you're better at this than I am. We should all recognize our strengths and weaknesses. And I think technology is definitely mine. Another thing I think is really special about this townhouse, and I know it doesn't have a rooftop deck, and a lot of people are after that these days, but because it doesn't have a rooftop deck, it's allowed to have the architectural lines follow in the interior. So we have a vaulted ceiling, we have this great little window alcove, and I know everybody wants a tall ceiling in their upstairs, and I feel like this you get a mix of both. If there were a rooftop deck, it'd be a rather low ceiling, and you know, realistically, we spend a lot of time indoors, and so this home, while it doesn't have a rooftop deck, it does have a beautiful patio, actually, that's been professionally landscaped, so we'll check that out here shortly. This main bedroom also has dual closets. You're losing it. That are really thoughtfully organized here. Our clients are really attuned to details, and they have lived here for quite some time now, and they have just made all the spaces very functional, which is important when storage is limited. And this unit in particular, this townhome has a ton of storage for its size, and we'll take you down to the 1-car garage here shortly, where you can store all your fun stuff, like your bikes and your kayaks. I don't know, tools, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah. Can we look back downstairs?
Yeah.
Is there anybody on the chat? Are there any questions? Have you left anything out? No? Okay.
Philip's pointing out the privacy aspect, yeah, which you appreciate on every level here. And you'll see that in our little patio area downstairs momentarily.
And what's great too, it's a corner unit, and there's only 1 other unit attached, so it's really like a duplex almost, which gives you another feeling of privacy. This street has a lot of townhomes on it, and I do feel like these units have a little bit more to offer in terms of privacy and space. So here we are at the entrance of the townhouse, and this flex space you can do a lot with. Now it's going to be everybody's office, your work from home space, but I can easily see a sofa bed here if you really needed an extra place for sleeping. You know, we show a lot of townhomes and condos, and I think the #1 thing that people dislike about them actually is the entry, because you're usually just dumped right in, and there's nowhere to hang your coat. Just take your shoes off, put your bag. If you have a dog, there's nowhere to put the leash or the poop bags. And this has a really large storage closet, actually, and this is just so unique that I know a lot of people would be excited to have. Concrete floors. Why are concrete floors so sexy? I don't know what it is. I'm really into them.
Pretty good.
Yeah. We'll go out to the yard here first.
so peaceful.
I know. I don't even want to say anything. But yeah, this is a great place to enjoy coffee, drinks. I would work out here. And it's so low maintenance because it has been laid with pavers. And the garden beds are really thoughtful, and they've planted, things that stay green throughout the year, really. The hydrangeas are gorgeous, the roses are beautiful. And the neighbors next door have these beautiful maples, which you get to reap the benefits of. But yeah, it's large enough for a little love seat, fire pit. And the fence is even so thoughtfully designed. It's really, I think it adds to the uniqueness.
Yeah. I love it out here. Are we staying? Okay. Okay.
All right, let's go check out the garage. So it is a one-car garage, but there is a lot. Oh, watch your head, Billy. You okay?
So much storage in addition to the space for a car.
Yeah. We see a lot of vacant homes that are staged, which are great, but there are times where it is incredibly beneficial to have the homeowners still in the home because you get to see how somebody truly lives on a property, and they have made the absolute most of this space. And they are still able to park their car in here, but they have kayaks, bikes, gear, home improvement items. There's also a little bit more storage here with stairs too as well.
Yeah, and the bikes show the depth of this cutaway here. So you could go with even deeper shelving if you wanted to. Lots of room.
Is there anybody out there, Billy? Anyone want to talk to us? Are there any property questions?
Any questions?
Let's go take a little walk outside the property.
Yeah. We are so close to parks here that we thought we would take advantage of that.
Yeah. Make sure the door's unlocked after you. So the front door is set off the street, which is nice. You have to come down this nicely landscaped little walkway here to the front door. So it's tucked away. Better for package delivery. We all know how package theft is kind of rampant these days.
Yeah.
If you come back this way, there is a thoughtful corral for the trash bins, and it's actually a really spacious parking pad.
Yeah.
So even if you do drive an SUV, I would not be at all concerned about making the turn into the driveway and then having enough room to make the turn out of the driveway. And I think it's really important to take note of how immaculate the entire complex is. There are just very conscientious owners here. There's nothing stored. We didn't have to have a talk with any of the neighbors before we listed the property. This is just its natural state. So clearly very thoughtful neighbors also have a great ownership. So I think that's one of the biggest concerns that people have when they're buying into a townhouse. This townhouse is not part of an HOA, but you do have a joint maintenance agreement. So for items like the parking pad, roof, siding, those types of issues, it's important to take note of the other homeowners and the condition of the other homes in a joint property. So I feel like this is just a really good example of thoughtful homeowners. I just love the land. Like they just don't make townhouses like this all the time. This is so unique, and it really kind of, you feel so warm and cozy just when you're about to enter the house. It's a really good vibe. Also feels really modern and fresh.
Yeah, the wood against that concrete.
Yeah.
The design of the staircase that goes all the way up. It's a really nice townhome to come into.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
We're actually come take a look at the street because while there is a lot of construction going on, I think it just shows how popular this neighborhood is. And you know, I think that there is a lot of beauty with this town hall, and I don't often say that about townhouses because sometimes they can feel quite sterile, but there is just something about this townhouse that makes me feel like I'm at home, and I don't even live here, but I think it's maybe the color scheme, all of the landscaping. It's very mature, so it's had time to fill in. And there's also just this like amazing tree behind us that just, we don't often see this in this neighborhood. Take it all in. When you go to view a property, you have to love every aspect of it, right? Like, there are certain things you should compromise on, of course, but you should feel excited when you come home every night, and I feel like this is a really exciting property.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I feel
Get
so
it.
proud to have someone come to my house and see my beautiful yard and keep me for the street.
Look at that. Beautiful.
And so there's the Dr. Blanche liaison, I never can say the name right, park, and there's actually an amphitheater there. They do music and plays when that kind of stuff is happening. And then if you go another half block that way, there is Prep Park, which is actually undergoing a complete remodel at the moment. We would walk up there, but it's under construction, and there's just lots of bulldozers and pits, and not that exciting.
It's not very pretty right now.
Yeah, so and in 6 months I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. But yeah, Prep Park is just a half block away there. So I think we're almost at time. It's 11:26.
We're wrapping up.
Time goes by so fast.
No.
Yeah.
Just want to wrap it if no one has questions?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming. Should we say our farewells?
Sure.
Should I come stand next to you?
Yeah, and Philip's pointing out the
Access to the park.
access to the park from the cul-de-sac, which, yeah, it dead ends just
Just there.
2 doors down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, you know how to reach us if you have questions about the property. It's listed at 7:15. We'll be reviewing offers on Tuesday.
Right.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Enjoy your Sunday.